So she was, I said to her, yes, I remember you because you were staring at me the whole time on the bus. And she says, I was staring at you because I couldn't figure out what you were. Now, what do they say what you were? Like, I look Orthodox. I look this look in America, which is like a yeshivish Ashkenazi look, which is a white Eastern European dress, which is a lot of Orthodox people in America tend to dress like that. So that was my look. So she says, but you know, you're a color, but you can't be. This is before Sudan. This is before Darfur. This is, you know. She says, but you couldn't be Temani, which is there's Jews from Yemen who are brown, who live in Israel. So she said you couldn't be Temani, and you couldn't have been Ethiopian because you have on a wig, because they do not wear wigs. Temani women and Ethiopian women do not wear wigs. Sephardi women do not wear wigs. Some of them do. In America, they do because, again, I think American culture influences a lot of people, and even the Orthodox Jews in America influence the Eastern European descended Orthodox Jews influence Sephardi people, Sephardi Orthodox people who live in America. So they also now, a lot of them wear wigs, which is not really a done thing in Israel. You know, like they do, but it's like, why? You know, why would you do that? You know, it's not what we do. So anyway, so she says you couldn't be, so, but you're wearing a wig and you're wearing a suit, which means, because they also don't wear that. It's a look of an Eastern European Orthodox group of people that wear suits and wear wigs. But you're brown. Like, I couldn't figure out. And you looked like a teacher at one of the religious schools, because that's how they dress. So I couldn't figure out. And I was staring. And you had on nice makeup. So all of that in a bus ride. She did this whole thought process from the bus ride, you know, of every day of the bus ride and figuring out, what am I? And I get it, because I do it too, which is why I probably would not have talked with this person who vlogs, who lives in Israel, who is black, but she is not Jewish and she's not religious. Now, a person of color, the only way I know that they are Jewish for me is if they look like this, with a scarf or a wig or dressed modest. That is the only way I know. Or their kid has on a kippah, or their daughter's dressed in skirts past the knee with socks and like, or sandals, or like there is a look like of modesty of a woman. And if I don't see that, then I would not assume that they are Jewish. So I would not have anything to do with them. I probably wouldn't even speak to them, because then I would just think like, oh, maybe they're part of that group that's in Demona. Like, I don't even know what they look like. I just know that they're African American and they're like Hebrew Israelite people. I don't even know what that was. Somebody told me what that was, or tried to explain it to me. And that they also have a look. I wouldn't know them if they were standing right in front of me. I wouldn't even know. But their children serve in the army, and a lot of them are considered Jewish because they're converting, or somehow, I don't know how it works, but they're part of Israeli culture, and they speak Hebrew, and they're part of the Israeli culture. So I wouldn't even think they're part of those Hebrew Israelites. But the ones that, like her, I would immediately think that's what she is. Like, I wouldn't, and I, even more so, I wouldn't have anything to talk to her about, you know. So there is discrimination and there is racism, but the discrimination is based on not only your color, but it's about what group you're part of. And is that group a group that will influence the other group of people? And Haredi get a bad rep by everybody, because some of them do tend to go off the deep end with the way they behave. And And then you have secular people who I like very much. In my building, I have like a lot of secular Jews, but they're Jewish. Like, you can talk to them still about holidays, and you can talk. They understand what this is. They understand it when they see me, Orthodox Jew. And then that's it. And then they maybe have a question of their main question usually is, "You left America? Why?" Everybody thinks America is great, by the way. Everybody wants to live in America because, for some reason, even like I know that a lot of Israelis go there and they have moving companies, and Israeli Ethiopians go there, and I think they like live in New York sometimes. I don't know, but I personally think that everybody should be living in Israel and not anywhere else. That's just my opinion. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I did not clarify enough the people of color in Israel situation, because you have so many different groups of people. Even within Ethiopian Jews, you have different groups within that group, and how they live, and who they associate with, and so on and so forth. So I think it's not racism, except maybe there is to the Sudanese and the Darfur people. There is racism, because the racism comes not only because of their color, but because they're not Jewish, and they have no connection to this land at all whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure one day somebody's going to come across this video who is pro Black Power and all that kind of thing from America, probably have never lived anywhere else but America. So I don't have time for those folks. But if you are going to comment on this, and you're one of these Black Power people, and you want to talk about the blacks were the original Jews and all that, doesn't even matter, because what really matters is how we live our life now. And if you are one of these people that think that blacks are the original Jews or whatever, then what are you doing as a black Jew? That's what I have to say, because it's really all about doing what God wants from us and living our lives accordingly to His will and what He wants us to be, which is to emulate Him. In emulating Him is, the first thing is being a good, nice person, and being a person that tries to live your life with holiness and with awareness of that the things that He created are important. So you can take your original black Jew, original blacks, whatever that is, and do something with it instead of just talking, and get out of America and see the world, because there's a whole world of people that look like you but don't know you and don't care to and don't connect to you at all whatsoever. So how do you do with that? That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. I love questions because it helps me do a topic properly. And I really hope that I get a lot of subscribers and that I can make a lot of people aware of my life in Israel, because I really truly enjoy living here and I cannot imagine living anywhere else. So thanks for watching my channel.